48. Sheesh. I'm always so afraid that things are gonna blow up. In an essential time, I wanna make sure that I have our refrigerator and things like that. Okay, now I'm gonna try, you gotta come out to the studio.
Is that the air conditioner? Natural disaster, all the power knocked out. Our refrigerator's on?
All right, let's run this AC here. Let this guy blast as much as we can. Coldness in, fans are going. All right, y'all, so this is the very first time that I've ever done this. So when we were building out our addition, I had to hire an electrician to do a whole lot of the work. And since I had him here, I went ahead and had him install a 50 amp generator plug right here. I've never been able to do this, and I'm excited to test the Jackery HomePower 3000. And this is the very first solar power generator that I've ever used with this system. It's like an essentials home backup. It says it can run 3,600 watts, but it can surge up to 7,200 watts. I'm about to kill the power and I'm about to turn on the generator plug. I hope nothing goes bad. Turning off the main power. Okay, I'm gonna plug this in first. There we go. Now that's off, everything's off. Now I'm gonna turn this on. Okay, okay. Oh boy. Let's get the Jackery going. I haven't fully charged this HomePower, so we're gonna see how long this actually lasts. In an essential time, I wanna make sure that I have our refrigerator and things like that on. So I'm gonna turn on the deep freeze. It says deep freeze right here. I'm gonna turn that on and let's see what happens. Okay, now what I'm gonna try to do, because I have a freezer and a fridge in the studio, I'm gonna see if I can run the studio. So I'm gonna turn the studio on, but I turned the studio air conditioning off. So right there, just turning on the deep freezer, that jumped up for a second for 1,100 watts, but then it stopped because it's a cold deep freezer. It doesn't really need to run a ton. I'm now gonna turn on our full studio. Okay, so that jumped up also a little bit, but now it's holding steady at just over 200 watts. Let's go see if I turned anything on. Did I turn anything on?
Yeah, the dishwasher, or the oven just did its little song.
The oven did. Okay, are these, did you turn these off? No. Okay, so I still haven't turned on any.
No lights.
Okay, so currently no lights or fans or anything, but some of the outlets. So this little light that plugs into an outlet. Your light is on upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what this, let's check this thing. No, I don't think, oh, that light's on.
Well, there we go.
Okay, so this light is on. Well, that's cool. Okay, I want to see if I can get the fans.
Yeah, why wouldn't those be on?
I don't know yet. Okay. Maybe that's attached. Maybe he put that on the porch. That would be so stupid. Everett just said, can I turn on the air conditioner? Nope, not yet. But that is cool that something happened. Con Kelly. Hey, okay, so I want you to tell me if lights come on, okay?
I will tell you.
Okay.
Did you want light switches on? Because I think that might be integral too.
Yeah, turn the light switches on. Okay, here, I'm gonna turn the porch on. Okay.
Inside lights and fans.
You're kidding me.
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the porch off. Why would someone put that there?
The porch light is not showing.
Hold on.
But also...
Wait, did it just go off again?
Okay, fans and lights inside went off.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it now. Tell me if it comes on. You ready?
Yep. On.
That's so weird. Okay, so this is labeled porch. So I'm gonna relabel this inside
Interior.
lights and fans.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, babe.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. All right, so I'm only running, this is, okay, so this says it can last for 1.6 hours. And we're running 460 watts. Let's go see what we got. I have an hour and a half to do this test, and it's only at like 28%. So that's what's super exciting. I didn't even fully charge it, so that's my fault, but let's just see. Okay, so fans are on. That's awesome.
Turn the light off.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's see if we can get the light on. No, that's not it.
You did it, Peter.
This is crazy.
So you just powered all this with the Jackery?
Yes!
Not our AC, but the fans are
Not the AC, I haven't done the AC.
Our house is running
On,
Jackery.
yes, which is funny to us, so this is why Kelly laughs, because this is our favorite Jackery. We call this the baby Jackery. No, the mini, what do you call this?
The cutie.
The cutie, that's what you call it, the cutie. This is the little 240. So running our entire house off of a bigger Jackery.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Is very fun. Okay, I'm gonna go check the studio.
Yeah.
Okay, is this on? Yep. You see, the light is on right there. So that means that that's on. I'm so excited. Here we go. Woo-wee. Okay, lights are on up here. Let's check the fan. The fan is working. Let's see, hold on, let's see. Well, it's all working, but I'm offline because I don't have any internet and I'm farther away for Bluetooth, but that's okay. All right, let's check this fridge here. Yep, that is on. That's fantastic. I cannot believe this. I mean, I know that you people who have done these types of things for years, you're not surprised by this. Okay, I just clicked to something. I have the studio already on. So I'm gonna see if I can turn on the studio's air conditioning and see what that does. That way I don't have to mess with anything here. Okay, I'm at 25% left. This says that this guy can still run this for under an hour. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, let's see. Device here on the side, currently at about 630 watts. Let's see if this will work. Here we go. 733, 1264, 1265. Oh my goodness. 1400. Dude, it's still not even at 1500. Let's go high fan, crank this thing all the way down. So I still have 23% on the 3000. We can air condition this space for half an hour. That is crazy. Air condition this space and everything else. So if you're not familiar with our little studio in here, this is a 333 square feet little home office. It has our milk machine right here. It's got a deep freezer. It has a bathroom. It's got a Mr. Cool mini split. This is their DIY version, and it's only running at 15. I mean, I'm not even pushing this thing hard. I have to call Kelly. You got to come out to the studio, please.
Okay, coming.
Close the door.
Is that the air conditioner? So like, let's say, natural disaster, all the power knocked out, all 7 Brothertons come in the studio.
Yep.
And we have air conditioning.
We have air conditioning.
How long can it run for though?
Well,
Our refrigerator's on?
look at this. Here, I'll show you. So look. So,
Okay, and you didn't have to crank
No. Well, and nobody
Which is
knows.
good for you.
We're not blowing gas and all that. Now, I forgot to charge this before I tested it. So it was only at 28%.
So the output is 1500.
This at 1500 watts, running what it's running now, which is everything.
In the studio.
No, it's everything in the studio. It is everything except the air conditioners in the main house, which means I think we could even sleep in our own beds. Well,
But why would we?
Why would we?
We wouldn't.
We wouldn't. We would just use this one.
We would conserve all of that. We'd put it all in here. We'd set up beds and pull down the bed.
Yeah, we do the freeze, the refrigerators.
And we would all be chill in like 400 square feet.
Yeah. Now, it's only going to last with this for right now at 0.3 hours. So it's about to be done.
Well, sure, but that would be us shutting everything down and then grabbing full power on this if these are always charged up.
Correct. And we would charge it up.
With the
solar. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about that.
Okay, now to try to turn it all back off and to reset it back to the grid. Is everything back on?
I think so.
Okay. All right, so as I was editing that footage of me doing the home backup, I realized, I don't know how, but I didn't push the HomePower 3000. I don't know how that was possible because I was expecting this to really, build up in the wattage, to push it to 3,600 watts, to be able to surge something crazy high. Maybe it's just like, hey, good job with the mini splits. Maybe the mini splits are super efficient, way more efficient than I thought. Yes, I could have turned on our new central air and heat that we have here at our house because we did the addition. And yes, I could have done something crazy like that to really push everything. But here's the deal. I really like our new central air and heat. And I like this machine, and I was nervous about pushing it. Coffee maker, heat gun, heater, 2000 version 2. We're gonna do all the things. We're just gonna test this, and we're gonna see how much we can push it with just the 4 outlets. All right, so I charged this up only to 85% because I'm currently in the battery saving mode. I really like that Jackery has the battery saving mode because yes, I would like my generator to last as long as possible to keep that battery healthy, not overcharging it and draining it too much. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use the 3000 to charge the 2000 version 2, turn that onto emergency charge to really push it. All right, so then going into the 3000. All right, so that's 1700 watts right there. All right, so that is 29. Okay, so right now we're at 3,100 watts. Right, 3,000 watts. So, this is so hot. Let's do the coffee. Has not quite gotten to 4,000 watts. Okay, we're gonna go bump the heater up one more. Oh, this is scary. 48, sheesh. I'm always so afraid that things are gonna blow up. Okay, 48.82. Can you see this? 48.79. I mean, did the water come out of the coffee yet? Oh, all right. So there he goes. That is impressive. And that was only the outlets, which I'll put down here. I gotta look out like what it's actually supposed to be for those outlets. That wasn't with the 30 amp plug. All right, there we go. So that's 970 watts. And there is the hot water. All right, so now that we did that, hey, let's try to, trip the breaker and everything in here, test. Let's go over the pros and cons and who I think this machine is for. I know that all of these things are crazy expensive and usually is more expensive than anybody in my audience can probably budget. So I'm blessed to be able to partner with Jackery to be able to bring this to a more specific audience that likes the type of home backup, camping, emergency, like portable power versus a gas generator or anything like that. The thing that I like about this is it is the lightest and smallest 3,000 watt generator power station on the market. It has a 30 amp plug. It was able to power our entire inside, all of our fridges and everything, and our entire studio with air conditioning. That is fantastic. That is extremely impressive. The cons is it only has 1,000 watts solar. And you know, I've said it in all other videos of whenever you're trying to hook these things up with solar, you are locked into Jackery's proprietary plugs and all of that. There's pros and cons of that as well. The pros is that it's so incredibly easy. It is so easy. The cons is, yeah, you're locked into this, but I feel like if you get into the whole Jackery ecosystem, you're gonna like that, but you're also gonna be locked into that. Now, I think Jackery has accessories to be able to make those things work. I have seen that they have an extension cord that goes to the Solar Saga cables like this. I haven't tested that either. They're gonna be doing Prime Day deals. They're gonna be doing lots of deals. So they asked me not to talk about specific price at the moment because it's gonna change, so who knows. So I'm sure that they are trying to get this HomePower 3000 at a specific price. So they cut things out like wheels, like, you know, a handle, like some of their pro versions have. I think they should have made this expandable. Because what I realized is whenever we were testing it and Kelly said, we have air conditioning.
How long can it run for though?
If you had an expansion battery for this, allowed this to be expandable, then that would have allowed this machine to last a lot longer. The main thing is I think that you cannot go wrong with Jackery. Jackery is really setting themselves on a different plane than some of the other companies because I really like the app. I really like the branding. I like that they're continuing to come out with new models. They're not just, you know, sitting on some of their older models. They are just improving. Like right now, they made this little guy extremely powerful at a very small package. So that's my review. I think it's really cool. Also, they wanted me to be able to talk about the Explorer 300. This is their older model. By far, our favorite go-to is the Jackery 240 version 2. I love this one, but if you are wanting to get your foot in, this little guy, this is a killer deal that they're running right now. There are links down below for everything, for the HomePower 3000, for the 2000 version 2, for the E300. All those links are down below. Please check it out and we'll see you on the next one.